Hi everyone. As you remember, we have a series, a two-part series on the 12 tenses in English. And this is part 2 with the 7 remaining tenses. Are you ready? Let's go. We'll start off with the future continuous. So, if you want to indicate things that will be happening at a particular time in the future, you can use the future continuous tense. And you can use the following structures. So, we have a positive statement with subject plus will plus be plus verb ing. For a negative statement, subject plus will not plus be plus verb ing. And for a question, will plus subject plus be plus verb ing. For example, this time next week, I'll be going on my honeymoon. I won't be hanging out with my friends at 8 p.m. next Sunday. Will you be hanging out with your friends at 8 p.m. next Sunday? Now let's look at the future perfect tense. We use the future perfect for predictions about something that is completed before a particular time in the future. You can use these structures. For a positive statement, subject plus will plus have plus past participle. Negative statement, subject will not plus have plus past participle. And for a question, will plus subject plus have plus past participle. For example, by the end of this month, I will have graduated. I won't have finished all the projects by next week. Will you have graduated by next year? And now let's look at the future perfect continuous. We use the future perfect continuous to talk about actions that will continue up to a certain point in the future. For a positive statement, subject plus will plus have been plus verb ing. For a negative statement, subject plus will not plus have been plus verb ing. And for a question, will plus subject plus have been plus verb ing. For example, the princess will have been sleeping for 100 years by next month. I will not have been traveling for 2 years by the end of December. Will you have been learning English for 15 years by the end of this year? Okay, the past simple tense. We should use the past simple tense for the actions which happen and finish in the past. For a positive statement, use subject plus verb in the past form. For a negative statement, use subject plus didn't plus the infinitive. And for a question, use did plus subject plus infinitive. For example, I met her yesterday. I didn't meet her yesterday. Did you meet her yesterday? And now for the past continuous. For events in progress around a particular time in the past, we use past continuous. For a positive statement, subject plus was or were plus verb ing. For a negative statement, subject plus was or were not plus verb ing. And for a question, was or were plus subject plus verb ing. So last night at 11 p.m. I was sleeping next to my cat. I wasn't playing piano when she came. Were you doing your homework at this time yesterday? Okay, let's move on to the past perfect. To refer to something that happened before another action in the past, we use the past perfect. For a positive statement, subject plus had plus past participle. For a negative statement, subject plus had not plus past participle. And for a question, had plus subject plus past participle. I hadn't met her before I came to Hanoi. Had the class ended when you arrived? And now for the past perfect continuous. To describe actions which started in the past and was still in progress up until another action or time in the past. For a positive statement, subject plus had been plus verb ing. For a negative statement, subject plus hadn't been plus verb ing. And for a question, had plus subject plus been plus verb ing. He had been running for 2 hours before he rested. I hadn't been doing housework before my father came home. Had you been sleeping for more than 1 day before I arrived? The more you expose yourself to English, the more you'll see these tenses naturally. So, keep surrounding yourself with English. Leave your phone number and email address in the comment box below for great English learning solutions. And hey, more videos by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Practice makes perfect. Lots of love from me, Liesl, and Langmaster Learning System.